Dear Michael, we are before our machine monitor, so I'll try to update the progress with the software. Here is the normal TTP software we were using for printing. So we need to make a connect. On the right side, this is the debug section of the Meteor monitor. Okay, I'll need to restart it because there is a mistake in the TTP software. So we are restarting everything. Starting again. Debug. Clearing walk to be better seen. I can clear again. Test up. So we're connecting it. Selecting FIFO as usual. Start job. Some directory. We were printing this today. Natural sorting. Of course, this is a long theme, but we'll explain it later. Okay, and it starts to cycle and to send files with approximately this speed. It could be seen also on the status screen with the bar which is rising up, which is very familiar to you. Okay, for the moment I'm just saying end job and aborting this and disconnecting it, so to be sure that I can connect with my own software. So here is my own software, a bit more complicated. The two tables in the bottom are corresponding to the tables you will see later. Okay, we can see it directly now. To the two tables of the ripped files and of the tasks in the queue. So we are going there, back to my screen. Refresh jobs. Today what we have, the speed is good as you see. Now I'm getting some of the old files with the Nesaber icons, and the big difference is that here we can cycle, we can use different format which is coming from the RIP, odd pages, even pages, preload and FIFO as usually. And we can put certain number of copies which would be copy. For instance, you will see for one copy is not a big amount of time. So we are opening connection to the TTP as usually. Just debug to be seen, and I can clear the log. Okay. So abort command is fulfilled. FIFO job start is working, and then I am sending this file in one copy. So you can see that the speed is higher, and I'll explain later because why it's higher, but it's just fulfilling this amount of memory. If I start printing this moment, the paper is out of the tractors and there is no head power, you can see here, so this is not an issue. So now I am going back to the main screen, and 25 meters per minute I am starting printing. So simplex and duplex are powered, but there is no head power, so we are damaging nothing and no using consumables. Going back, and you can see this thing is decreasing because it was printed. How much was printed we can see here in this section. So we can see the head status. You see serial numbers, voltages, temperature, exact temperature. Then we can see in the boards the number of files printed and product detect signals. Then we can see in the printing what exactly is queued in print. Because there is nothing now queued, I need to supply a bit more info. So I'm putting here 10 copies. Although if I put the same file or the other file next to it, okay, let it be same. So first file with 1 copy and second with 3 copy, it doesn't matter, or 10 copies. And these two files would be linked each to other, and print it. Okay, we are starting printing, and you can see the amount of memory is decreasing, 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 and one moment here we will have memory full, but just briefly, because then some of the files would be printed and this would continue further on to empty. Going up and down. Okay, and you can see product detects here, and if I return to the debug screen, we can follow up that this moment you see RAM full, but then we are freeing some RAM, again RAM full, then we are waiting for freeing for 4-5 files and continuing to pushing the files up. This moment we are on the fourth copy, 100, here is coming. Yes, maybe it's not well seen, but now if we are going doc ID, fifth copy, 47 page. Fifth copy, 47 page, and so on. So that's the software. What is now we have full control instead of using our friends. I'll continue printing for a while until all the copies are printed. Now we are 6 copy, still 57, and okay, I can increase the speed, so not to lose too much time. So I am increasing the speed to 75 meters, and it would be much faster now, freeing some memory. Sorry, I forgot to say set. Now the noise is bigger. And here you can see the files are running. But still we are coming to a situation that the RAM of the board is full. So we are much faster than even 75 meters per minute as transferring the files up. But that's the technology I needed to take care about. But now we are coming to the yes, 10th copy, 151 page here. Just a second to put the cursor. Yes, here. 10th copy, 151. And that's it. Okay. So everything is nanoseconds. We can stop for the moment the machine, going back, stop, to put here 2 meters only, and to show you the new improvement here. We have a lot of them, but the new, now all the buttons are working, including automatic cleaning. Not only purging, capping, everything, cleaning is working, but also, and by the way, silicone blades are cleaning very well. I will send you some photos later. We have face-to-back mark reader, and here if I put that the gap between the two documents is, let's say, 500 millimeters, 50 centimeters, and we know that we have face-to-back 2 meters something, then we have very complicated work. I am switching off the duplex. We have 2 meters, we have 50 centimeters between the two jobs, and now I am pushing the button start print, and underneath is the toggle box of the sensor. So what is happening? Now it is switching to distance of 1603 millimeters, and when we reach this distance here on the counter, I'm just putting it together, trying to take track of both. Then the sensor which is switched off would be switched on, so not to read the marks from the previous task. We are waiting a bit more. And now, yes, it's green. And of course, it is also working. Here, you can see the white of the sensor. If the mark is in different position, we can, on this axle, with familiar linear bearings, to move the sensor exactly to the place we need it. But this moment I made a mistake, and because I got to the empty space, the sensor was switched off. It means detected mark. Just a second again, I'll repeat the thing. Okay, sorry. So, stopping all this thing. Mark sensor is switched off automatically after reading the mark, and the back print is switched on automatically. And this distance, last one, 272, was between the sensor and the printing of the duplex. So now I'm putting directly 2 meters, so we not to wait too much, because the distance between face and back is 130. So here it would appear distance of 130. And again, just to put some speed, 2 meters, okay. I am starting the print. So very soon sensor is working, and yes, it's lit there on the white paper. So it's waiting for the mark. If I put my finger, it would be like a mark. And then when I put the finger, it would make the distance to the print. Okay, I'm putting the finger. The distance sensor is switched off. And now look on the red thing. When we reach 272, the back print is switched on automatically and making perfect alignment face to back. Sensor is switched off, everything is nice. So for today I'm ending here, and we'll continue.